So naturally I've been asked to explain the environment, the world in which these characters in my stories live. Yeah, the simplest answer is that it's an extremely exaggerated version of my own personal childhood. Just slight changes, just, like Bobby's father is Fred Phelps himself, Her mother is the daughter. That bitch. Well, whatever. So, what, Fred's sleeping with... Yeah, whatever, I don't give a crap. So Bobby's brought up picketing funerals and holding up God hate fags signs and that sort of thing. The normal life for a Westboro Baptist, churchgoer. Of course, you've got to have Stephen Anderson. You just have to have like Fred Phelps and Stephen Anderson as family members. And so here's the bizarre twist. See, Bobby, when she's a young boy growing up in this environment, refuses to get a haircut, just absolutely refuses, runs away. And so the father, Fred Phelps' character, sends Bobby to this great temple where, it's a cure-all for homosexuality, lesbianism, transvestism, whatever. Just you go there to get cured. That's ex-gay. I've forgotten the name of it. I don't give a shit. See, the thing is, what the audience don't get is that I was part of... It's an exaggerated story of my life. So I was part of Desert Stream and, ex-gay therapy, and got involved in that, and Andy Kaminsky and, Kevin Prosh was there singing his songs while we were trying to cure gay men. I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that, got the badge, whatever. Been on both sides of the fence, so to speak. So used to go down K Road with Susan Hatting and that guy Mad Dog Mumford. I think that's his real name. Mad Dog something. Anyway, we used to lay hands on all the gay bars and all the nightclubs and say, in Jesus' name, you'll be shut down and Auckland will be revived and the homosexuality will end in our city and it will become clean, We've been there, done that. Dude, I've been through everything. That side, I've been there, done that. I've had pastors casting out demons out of me, exorcisms, whatever you want to call it, trying to cure me, whatever. I've had so many sessions with pastors, and healing rooms and trying to be cured of it, and yeah, whatever. So the story, that's the background of the story. So so Bobby gets sent to this temple, the great temple of cure-all temple. And, the fucking leader of this great temple who worships the solid gold teaspoon. Fuck knows where that idea came from. But the god of this, Fred Phelps and Stephen Anderson and that, is this gigantic golden teaspoon. Go figure. Somebody draw that. It's whatever. So the asshole that runs the great temple is a pedophile. He's a fucking pedophile. Because I've been through all sexual abuse and all that. I've been there, done that. Got the badge, whatever. So this great priest of the great teaspoon, he's like on fucking meth, I don't fucking know. He comes up with this wonderful plan that Bobby is a prophet. So we're going to base Bobby on slightly on Tom Deckard, of course. You have to. You have to get them all. You have to get them all involved. Okay. So there's this great priest of the greatest golden teaspoon says, you know, well, Bobby's a prophet of the great teaspoon, so you can't cut his hair, because obviously they see Bobby as a guy and always will. That's family. And you can't clip Bobby's hair, and you can't clip his beard when he grows up and gets older and shit like that. So Bobby goes to school with long hair, which I had a friend in school that did that, and I always wanted to do that, but of course, you know, yeah, don't worry about it. I won't go into details about my actual life. This is a metaphor? I don't know, fucking story thing about it. Anyway, so then Fred Phelps, the father character, takes Bobby to the doctor and, you know, just attacks the doctor, says, you've got to cure my son. He's becoming very, very effeminate. And in the Bible, people who are effeminate will go to hell. So I want you to cure Bobby. So the doctor says, right, well, we're going to send Bobby to a specialist and we're going to have him cured. But there's this weird twist in the law. Just a weird twist in the law. You know how Jehovah's Witnesses weren't, when I was a child, I don't know if it's still true or not, weren't allowed to give blood transfusions. So we're gonna put a little twist on that loophole in the law, saying that because Bobby isn't being allowed hormone replacement therapy, the doctor sends Bobby to a specialist, and the specialist writes testosterone on the prescription. But because there's religious bigotry clause in the law, he's actually given Bobby estrogen. And the estrogen tablets are, you know, those little things of Tic Tacs, those little lollies, they're hidden in that. So she's got a lifetime supply of estrogen and these little Tic Tac things, which she keeps in her school bag. So at this age, this time she's about 8-9 years old. No, you have to start later, say 12, 13. I don't know how that's going to work, you know, because like once her breasts get obvious, her parents are going to kick her out of the house. In the meantime, her brother, Steve, is being sent to different priests because he was caught kissing his boyfriend, Ryan, you know, in the back of a car. So his father sends him to exorcisms, getting demons cast out. The whole works, the usual, you know the drill. And so Bobby's, you know, really ripped apart, because if her brother doesn't get cured of homosexuality, the parents are going to send him to the army. Because, I mean, this is, you know, this story is based in the 80s when I was a child. So the concept of gay men in the army just didn't exist. So that's the worst place back in the day you could have sent someone if they were gay. Just, you know, the army, I guess in that world, would beat it out of him. Literally, if he was caught being gay, they'd make him march 50 miles with bricks in his back. I don't fucking know. So anyway, the ultimatum is if he doesn't get cured of his gayness, you know, he's going to be sent to the army. So Bobby's being torn apart with dealing with the fact that, oh my God, I'm transgendered and I'm in this family that's completely transphobic, homophobic and everything phobic, picketing funerals. And so what, you're mixing the 80s childhood with the 90s, early 2000s Westboro Baptist. Yeah, so it's all, yeah, it's this story has taken 30 years to develop. And that's why it's so warped and twisted, I guess. So anywho, so she's being torn apart. She's on hormones. She knows that when she reaches 18, she's going to be kicked out of the house, kicked out of the cult. Just being called, just will get called demonic, evil, whatever. And in the meantime, she's developing a relationship with the son of the specialist that's got her on estrogen, and his name's Mike. So Mike's going to appear in all the stories as the main hero, the prince, the shining prince in the story. Regardless of what world the story is based in, there's a whole nother world that I've created which revolves around swimming and ballet and things like that, and that's separate from this story, but it's the same world, same universe. And so basically, that's it in a nutshell. So Bobby ends up with Mike, and the next time she sees her brother in the army, he's got himself a boyfriend, and Steve is seeing Bobby for the first time completely as a female. Long blonde hair, the whole works, big knockers, melons, whatever you want to call them. And so that's the setting. That's just the setting, the start of the world that I've created, and that's as far as I've got creating this world. I'm going to develop it there into a story, and I have no idea, I have absolutely no idea why this is all connected to Nonsense Town. I don't know. Don't ask me why. What's Nonsense Town? Nonsense Town is something completely unique, completely different. Just wow. So yeah, that's it so far. So that's the background to the weird, bizarre stories that I've created. Hope you enjoy them. Stay tuned for more. Same bat time, same bat channel. Will a Joker ever cease?